ahead and lay down on the back. And then we'll start there. Good. Okay. So let yourself settle in, take your time. Don't feel rushed to relax. And take whatever variation is comfortable in the hips and your low back. So if it's comfortable to let the feet be wide and the knees knocked together, or the feet together and knees out, or just legs out in front of you, whatever works. And just take a few settling breaths. Nice long, slow inhale. Long exhale. Maybe the hands want to rest on the belly here, right? If that's comfortable. The arms can stay out to the side if you want, just, you know, whatever feels good. And start to notice that little brushing sensation of the breath on the back of the throat. And start to even out the pace of the breath. So let's inhale for maybe a count of 4 or 5. And exhale for a count of 4 or 5. Allowing the body to settle down into the mat. Good, and then start to invite in a little bit of movement to the body, a little wiggle to the fingers, a little wiggle to the toes. And then slowly start to reach the arms up and overhead. Reach the legs out long in front of you. And then gently, slowly hug the knees into the chest. With a little rock from side to side. Let's take the arms out into a T. Allow the palms to face up. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop your legs over to the left. Maybe the left hand wants to rest on the right thigh. Add a little bit of weight here. If it feels okay, the head can turn over the right shoulder. And then slowly come back to center. And then drop the legs over to the right. And then slowly come back. And take one hand on each knee. Just circle the legs around a few times. And then in the other direction. A little rock from side to side. And set the feet down onto the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take a breath in. As you exhale, let the left thigh draw towards the chest. Breathe in here. As we exhale, drop the legs over to the left. Take the left hand onto the right ankle, hold it in place, or the top of the foot. Right, and then start to think of the right hip, the right thigh, like they're dropping down. Breathe here. A couple slow breaths in and out. Right knee pointing up towards the sky. Right hip like it's dropping down to the floor. Send the breath down into the right hip. And then slowly release, come back to center. Set the right foot down on the floor, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, use the right thigh, draw the legs towards the chest. Take another breath in here. Exhale, drop the legs over to the right. Right hand is gonna hold on to the top of the left foot or by the ankle. Right, and then think of that left knee like it's pointing up towards the sky. Left hip like it's dropping down to the floor. Direct the breath into this left hip. And then slowly come back. And uncross the legs. Take the feet to the floor, heel toe the feet so they're about as wide as the mat. Just drop the knees back and forth a couple of times from side to side. And from here, draw the knees into the chest, give the legs a little squeeze. And then from here, extend both legs up towards the sky. Feel the inner thighs gently turning forward, so turning towards one another and then away from the body. Feel the low belly drawing in, low back is nice and long across the floor. Take a breath in. As we exhale, slowly allow the right leg to lower, just about a third of the way down. Inhale. Exhale, right leg comes down halfway. Inhale. Exhale, right leg comes down, hover above the floor, hold here. Use the exhalation, take the right leg back towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left leg lowers about a third of the way, breathe in. Exhale, left leg lowers halfway, inhale. Exhale, left leg lowers, hover above the floor, hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly take the left leg back up towards the sky. Right, maybe from here you want to interlace the hands behind the head. Right, take a breath in at the top. Exhale, right leg comes down a third of the way. Breathe in. Exhale, right leg comes down halfway. Inhale. Exhale, right leg comes down. Let it hover above the floor. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly let the right leg come back up to the sky. Once again, breathe in here. Exhale, left leg comes down a third of the way. Inhale. Exhale, left leg comes down halfway. Breathe in. Exhale, left leg comes down, hover above the floor. Hold here, breathe. Good, slowly take the left leg back up towards the sky. Maybe the arms now reach up and overhead towards the wall behind you. Breathe in. Exhale, right leg comes down a third of the way. Breathe in. Exhale, right leg comes down halfway. Reach, strong belly. Inhale. Exhale, right leg comes down. Let it hover above the floor. Hold here. Breathe. Exhale, slowly bring the right leg back up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left leg comes down a third of the way. Breathe in. Exhale, left leg comes down halfway. Hold. Exhale, left leg comes down, allowed to hover above the floor. Hold here, breathe for 3, 2, 1. Slowly take the left leg back up towards the sky. And hug both knees into the chest again. Give a little rock from side to side. Good. Let's take the right arm up and overhead. Gently roll to the right side. And we'll press ourselves up into a seated position. You can always sit on a blanket or a bolster or whatever you need to elevate the pelvis here. Let's cross one heel in front of the other. And allow the hands to just rest on the legs, palms face down. Take a couple of breaths here. Good, inhale, reach the arms out and up, breathe in, get a little bit taller. Exhale, allow the hands to come down through the heart space, Anjali Mudra. Do 2 more like that, linking the breath with the movement. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Again, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands down into the heart space. This time, adding a twist. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, twist over to your right. Right fingertips will find the floor behind you. This left hand will find the outer knee or thigh. Help twist a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach the arms out and up once again. And then exhale, hands right down through the heart space. Let's switch the cross of the legs. Take the opposite heel in front. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. All right, as we exhale, let the left hand come down to the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Now, pressing down into this left hand to get more length through the right side body. Reach. Maybe a little bend to that elbow. Turning the heart up. Inhale, back up. Exhale over to the other side. Softening the shoulder. Inhale. Both arms come back up. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down to the heart space. Take a breath here. Let's make our way onto the hands and knees from here, please. Tabletop pose. You can always pad the knees with a blanket if you want. Okay. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And as we inhale, a couple rounds of cat-cow, lengthen the spine, heart forward. Exhale to round it up. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Couple more like this, getting a little longer with each inhale. A little bit more round, pressing away with the exhale. Gotta find a nice flat back from here. Okay. Inhale, reach your right arm out to the side, breathe in. Exhale, weave the right arm underneath the left. Give a little press into this left hand. We'll start to turn the chest up, big space across that upper back and shoulder blade. Hold here. And press down, come back up. Inhale, left arm out to the side, breathe in. Exhale, weave the left arm under the right. Give a little press into the right hand. Big space across that upper back. And slowly come back to center. Sit yourself back onto your shins from here, right? You can always add a block or a bolster underneath the seat or a blanket underneath the knees. Let the palms face down on the thighs. Reconnect with the breath, let the shoulders soften down and away from the ears. Do a little semicircle movement with the head, drop the chin down to the chest. And then just roll one ear over to the shoulder. And then to the other side. Do this a couple of times. All right, until it starts to feel comfortable, maybe you can start to do the whole head turning around. Right, moving at a pretty slow pace here. And then in the other direction. And then come back to center. All right, back onto the hands and knees from here. Take the hands forward just a little bit, so wrists are in front of the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. From here, curl your toes under. Shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal the heels a few times, bend the right knee, bend the left knee, and then swap it out a few times. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Let your shoulders come over the wrist. Plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Back and forth a couple of times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, once again, heart forward, plank pose. Let the heels reach back. Inner thighs turn up, belly strong up. Press the hands down into the floor. See if the center of the chest can move forward a little bit more. Crown of the head forward, breathe in. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drop the knees down to the floor. Take the toes together, knees apart. Sink the hips back and down. Balasana, child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Right? Spread the fingers nice and wide. Settle the hips down towards the heels. Right? The inner upper arms gently turning up towards the sky. Let the hands come back a little tiny bit. Let the hips sink down a little bit more. Inhale forward. Widen and cross the chest. Curl the toes under once again. Lift the hips up and back down. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Look to the top of the mat. Take a little walk forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift once again. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe and grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Adding on, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. This time, let's take our knees down to the floor. Uncurl the toes. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Now engage through the belly. Turn the upper inner arms forward. Rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Uncurl the toes if they aren't already pressed down into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest, widen across the heart space. Right? Feel your shoulder blades gently pressing into the upper back. Right? Heels of the hands gently dragging back. Hands are light on the floor here. Breathe. Long exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Curl the toes under. Press yourself back up. Downward facing dog. And spread the fingers out wide here. Feel the knuckles pressing down, feel the fingertips pressing down. Then as the awareness moves up the arm, again, biceps turning up, shoulders soften away from the ear. Lengthen through the sides of the waist, feel the hips lifting up a little bit higher. Breathe in. Long exhale. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step or walk to the top of the mat or hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and breathe in, go tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. The knees can be up or down. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, over the toes. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And press down into the tops of the feet. Press down into the hands, widen across the heart. Exhale, curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back, down dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or maybe hop to the top of the mat this time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more like that. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step, maybe hop back for some of you to chaturanga. Maybe knees down to the floor, whatever you need this morning. Inhale, over the toes, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold here. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. This time, keep a nice little bend to the knees. Just roll yourself all the way up to standing. Let the head be the last thing to come up. All right, let's take the feet together, toes together, heels a little sliver of space apart. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Interlace the fingers, keep your index finger pointing up. Firm the upper arms towards the ears. Good, feel the inner thighs turning back, low belly lifting. Take a little tilt over to the side. Right, arms are strong, chest is turning up. Reach through those fingertips, breathe in. Long exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Breathe. Inhale back up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana. Let the arms hang down. And then take the hands to the low back. Interlace your fingers. Or you can hold on to a strap or a little towel. Start to reach the arms up to the sky. And then slowly release it down. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step it back, plank. Inhale, knees upward, down, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, over the toes, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, step wide on the mat. Right? Take the hands to the hips. From here, bend the right knee, pick the heel up, externally rotate the leg. So toes are pointing away from the body. Pick the back heel up, shift it back. So we're aligning the feet front heel through the back arch. With the hands on the hips, feel this right hip lift, and then draw it back a little bit. Press the back thigh back. Then from here, feel the upper body turn towards the long edge of the mat. Take the arms into a tear, reach through the fingertips. And as we exhale, bend that right knee. So we get that knee over the ankle. We're working towards it. Right, and then hug that hip in and under. Press the left thigh back. Reach. Maybe the gaze can float over these right fingertips. Okay. Notice if you're like me and you kind of go forward with this bent knee, can we draw it back in line with the tailbone? Just breathe here. One more. Flip the palm, reach it up and backward. Exhale, warrior two. From here, work that right knee towards straight. Keep hugging the right hip back and in. Left thigh presses back. Reach the right arm forward and then exhale, let the fingertips find the floor, a block, maybe the shin. Nice and long through that right side body. And then we can start to turn the chest to the sky. Breathe here. And turn the gaze down to the floor. Start to bend the right knee. You can keep this left arm lifted or you can take the hand to the hip, whatever helps you balance more. We're gonna step the hand forward and just float right into our Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon, right? Strong through the right hip, right thigh. Top left thigh is nice and strong to help balance. Reaching away through these 5 points of energy and just breathe here. Inhale, reach this top leg up a little bit higher, bend the knee. Step it back right into your triangle. Long exhale. But slowly bring it up, reverse Trikonasana. Exhale back to center. Take the hands to the hips, bend that right knee, turn the toes in. Second side, bend the left knee, pick the heel up, externally rotate the leg. Toes are pointing away from the body, towards the short edge of the mat. Let's pick the back heel up, shift it back. And then again, this side too, right? Pick up this front hip a little bit, draw it back and in. Strong and stable through the back leg. And then start to bend the left knee. Sweep the arms out into a T. So this left hip hugs in and under. Right thigh is pressing back. And then the chest can start to turn a little bit more towards the long edge of the mat. And then gaze over the fingertips. Breathe here. So where can I soften here, right? Maybe it's in my thoughts. Maybe it's my breath. Good. Flip the left palm, reach it up and back, reverse. Back to our warrior two, and then let's draw the left knee towards straight. Keep firming that hip back and in. This left, just kidding, right hip is gonna start to lift up, reach the left arm away from the body, get long, and then let the fingertips find the floor, a block, maybe the shin. Keep drawing that left hip back and in. Right thigh is nice and strong. And again, we're looking for lots of length through this left side body, so we're not collapsing. We're getting longer, longer, longer. Breathe here. Soften the shoulders, away from the ears. Turn these upper inner arms, right? So shoulder blades firm to the upper back. From here, take the gaze down to the floor. Again, you can take the hand to the hip if that helps you balance more. We're gonna bend that left knee, step the left fingertips forward, and just float right into our half moon. Good, strong through that left hip, pressing down into the left foot. And then again here, just trying to find length through the sides of the waist. Strong through the quads on this right leg. Breathe. One more. Bend the knee. Lift this top leg up a little bit higher. Step it right back into our Trikonasana. Long exhale. And bring it up. Reverse. And then standing all the way up. Take the hands to the hips. Turn the toes in. Good. From here, turn the heels in a little bit. So toes are turning away from you. Your stance is a little bit shorter. Get into our shoulders and our hips a little bit here. Go ahead and let the hands slide down onto the thighs. And start to sit the hips down. You can give a little movement from side to side. Feel the low belly start to draw in. Get a little bit taller. Inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulder down, press the inner thigh away. Inhale back. Exhale, other side. Inhale back up. Two more each side. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Back up. And other side. Good. Back to center. Engage the low belly. Take the hands to the heart. Hold here. Breathe in. Long exhale. Inhale, sweep it up, straighten the knees, arms lift. Exhale, squat hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Straighten the knees. Turn the toes in slightly. Take the feet a little bit wider. Take the hands to the hips. Widen across the chest, shoulder blades firm into the upper back. Get longer through this low back. You can even use the thumbs to kind of turn the frontal hip bones up. Low back can lengthen. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in. Let the hands find the floor, spread the fingers wide. Firm the upper arms in. Breathe here. Inhale, walk it forward. Keep the right hand down on the floor. You can even step it in a little bit so it's right underneath the nose. Firm the outer feet, outer ankles, outer hips in, and then inhale, reach your left arm. Turn. Okay. Nice and light. Spine is getting longer. Breathe in. And slowly swap it out. Left hand to the floor. Firm the outer hips, outer ankles in. Reach the right arm. Nice and light here. Slowly lower it down. Take a wide leg downward facing dog. Walk the hands back towards the feet. And we're going to shift a little bit here from side to side. So go ahead and bend one knee. Reach the opposite toes up. You can use your hands to help you balance as we shift from side to side, getting a nice big stretch through the inner thigh. Over to the other side. And then back over. And then over to the other side. One more each side. Gently come back to center. From here, keep the feet nice and wide. Take your index, middle finger, and thumb, wrap it around the big toes. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, just a different variation of Prostrate Padottanasana. 5 breaths here. Inhale forward. Go ahead and walk the hands over to the short edge of the mat and then step it back. Downward facing dog. Let's take a child's pose from here. Sink the hips back and down, 5 breaths. Good. Inhale forward. Curl the toes under, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, let's come into a tree pose. We'll play around with our balance a little bit. So you could have the toes together, heels a little sliver of space apart. Some of you may want to start with the feet about hips width distance. So find something to focus on that is not moving, right? This will help you balance. Be gentle with yourself. Some days we have awesome balance. Some days it just isn't happening. So be nice to yourself, I guess is the point here. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Externally rotate the leg. Let the foot come to the lower leg, so below the knee. Or for some of you, perhaps the foot comes to the inner thigh. Yeah, and then press the thigh into the foot. Press the foot into the thigh. See, I screwed up, but I looked at myself and I almost fell. So find your little something to focus on, and then let the hands come to the heart. Breathe here. Steady the breath. Slow it down. The arms come down. Knee forward. Set the foot to the floor. Take a breath in. Long exhale. Hands to the hips again. Bend your left knee. Externally rotate the left leg. Firm the outer hip in. Take the foot to the lower leg or to the inner thigh. Take your time. Squeeze that foot to the leg, leg to the foot, hands to the heart. Hold. Arms can come down. Let's take this knee forward. Set the foot to the floor. Keep your feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. Index, middle finger, thumb, wrap it around the big toe, get long. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths. Inhale. From here, step it back, plank pose. One last vinyasa. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, over the toe. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the knees down to the floor. We'll make our way into a seated position. Cross the shins at the center here, please. Work the heels so they're towards the bend of the knee. I'm going to take a forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold forward. You can always use props if you want. Slowly press yourself up. Switch the cross of the legs. Opposite shin in front. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, fold. And slowly press yourself up. Let's make our way onto the back. And as you arrive on the back, give the knees a little squeeze in towards the chest. Just a little hug of the knees in. Good. Set the feet down onto the floor. Shift the hips over to the right side of the mat. Allow the left leg to stretch out long. Draw the right knee in. And then exhale. Take the right leg across the body. Slowly come back to center. Shift the hips over to the left. Let the right leg stretch out long. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. Slowly come back to center. Shift the hips over to the middle of the mat. Draw the knees into the chest. Let's take a happy baby pose. Give a little rock from side to side. And then squeeze the knees into the chest. Roll yourself into a little ball. And then release. Shavasana.
Swastiribhatu Sarvesha Shantiribhatu Sarvesha Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesha Mangalam Bhavatu Om Shanti 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 Sarvesha Swastiribhatu Sarvesha सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु ॐ शान्ति 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 सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु शान्ति शान्ति
Deepen the flow of the breath. A little wiggle to your fingers and toes. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch. As you exhale, gently draw the knees in towards the chest. Take the right arm up and overhead, gently roll to the right side. And then slowly press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Let the hands come and rest at the heart. As you inhale, feel the chest lift. As you exhale, gently bow the head. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Good work.
Jenn.
You're welcome. So next week, I think we're gonna try for yoga in the park, but I'll still do it online. But there's like a little spot they have, I guess, that my concern was it shaded, which it is. So we'll still teach it online, but I think we'll try to have people in the park too.
Will
So
you have adequate technical connection and all that? Wi-Fi when you're out in the park?
we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. No problem.
All right, I'll see you Wednesday from here. All right.